Hi, my name is Khushi from STEAMworks, and this month's theme is space. So today we're going to be talking about the solar system. Let's get started. This is the Milky Way. It's the galaxy that contains our solar system. A galaxy is a system that contains billions of stars, rocks, gas, and dust. These are all bound together by gravitational attraction. Our solar system is made up of 8 planets and their moons, the Sun, and other smaller bodies including dwarf planets, asteroids, meteoroids, and comets. First, we're going to talk about the Sun, which is at the center of the solar system. Heavier objects like the Sun produce a bigger gravitational pull than lighter objects. The Sun's gravitational pull on other planets makes planets go in orbit around the Sun, like in this diagram right here. The mass of the Sun is 109.2 times larger than the Earth, or this many kgs. In other words, it's really big. In this diagram, it's clear that the Sun is much heavier than the Earth. This allows the Sun to have a greater gravitational force on the Earth pulling it towards itself. But another force acting on the Earth is a centrifugal force. In this case, it's inertia. Inertia is the property of matter by which it continues in its existing state, a rest, or uniform motion in a straight line, unless that state is changed by external force. Essentially, without the gravitational force of the Sun being there, the Earth would move in a straight line. But due to the gravitational force of the Sun and inertia acting on the Earth, this creates a rotation of the Earth, known as the Earth's orbit. This applies to other planets too. The Sun is essentially a large sphere of gas. About 70% of it is made out of hydrogen, and about 28% is made out of helium. The rest is made out of carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and other elements. This is the core. The core is the hottest part of the solar system. Almost all of the Sun's energy is produced here by nuclear fusion and moves outwards. In the radiation zone, gamma rays and X-rays are created to transfer the energy from the core to the exterior. In the convection zone is when heat rises and colder gases like liquid or plasma sink. The convection zone is made entirely of boiling plasma, sending heat up to the surface. The next layer is the photosphere. The photosphere's prefix photo means light. This is the visible layer of the Sun. Even though it's a visible layer, it is cooler than the outer 2 layers at a temperature of approximately 10,000 degrees. The next layer is the chromosphere. The chromosphere is the outer layer of the Sun's atmosphere. It emits a reddish glow as superheated hydrogen burns off. It can be only seen during a total solar eclipse. The chromosome may play a role in conducting heat from the interior of the Sun to its outermost layer, the corona. The corona is only visible during a solar eclipse and is much hotter than the visible surface of the Sun, which is the photosphere. Due to the extremely high temperatures on the Sun, life cannot be sustained, but the Sun's energy allows life on Earth to exist, since it produces energy to be used in photosynthesis and also provides vitamin C that is useful for all animals, including humans. Now we are going to be talking about the 8 planets in the solar system. The planet closest to the Sun is Mercury. Because it's so close to the Sun, a year on Mercury is actually 88 days. Mercury is also the smallest planet. It's 2/5 the size of Earth. It's also one of the planets that are visible through the naked eye from Earth. After Mercury, Venus is the second closest planet to the Sun. A year on Venus is approximately 225 days. Venus has over 1,600 volcanoes that create a very bumpy surface. In addition, Venus is the hottest planet because it has a thick atmosphere made up of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and has clouds made up of sulfuric acid. This keeps Venus extremely warm, trapping in heat. In this image right here, you can see the thick clouds in Venus's atmosphere. These are the clouds that trap in heat. After Venus, the third closest planet from the Sun is our home planet, the Earth. A year on Earth is 365 days. Earth is known as the Goldilocks Planet because it's just right. It's not too hot nor too cold. This and many other factors allow Earth to be the only planet with life that we know of right now. As you can see here, water makes a large portion of Earth's surface. In fact, it makes up 71% of Earth's surface, while the rest of it is land. The Earth's atmosphere is made up of nitrogen, oxygen, and other gases that allow us and other life to survive. A special layer of oxygen known as the ozone layer right here absorbs harmful UV rays from the sun. Earth also has one moon. The moon is an astronomical body that orbits the Earth. The moon's orbital period is 27 days. After Earth, the fourth closest planet is Mars. A year on Mars is 687 days. It is roughly half the size of the Earth. The surface of Mars is a reddish-brown due to rusting and was nicknamed the Red Planet. In January of 2004, the Mars rover sent by NASA landed on Mars. The rover is a motor vehicle that helps scientists understand the composition of Mars. After Mars, the fifth closest planet is Jupiter. Jupiter is also the largest planet. Approximately 1,300 Earths could fit into Jupiter, like in this picture right here. 1 year on Jupiter is equivalent to 12 years. Jupiter is a gas giant, so it doesn't necessarily have a surface, but is made up of gases and liquids swirling around. Jupiter also has many storms. These storms aren't like the ones here on Earth. They're huge and look like horizontal lines across Jupiter's surface, right here. The red dot here is known as the Great Red Spot, which is the biggest storm on Jupiter. It has been going on for centuries. Jupiter also has 4 sets of rings and also 69 moons. In this image right here, you can see a couple of Jupiter's moons compared to the Earth's moon. They are way bigger in comparison. The sixth closest planet is Saturn. It is mostly known for its rings. Saturn is the second largest planet and it is about 300 times bigger than the Earth. 1 year on Saturn is 29 Earth years. Saturn is a gas giant like Jupiter and doesn't have a distinguishable surface. Saturn's rings are made up of pieces of ice and rocks coated with dust. These pieces range in size from granules to pieces as big as a house. Saturn has 7 rings that are organized by letter, as you can see in this image and this image right here. These rings are organized by letters and each of them move at its own speed. Saturn also has 53 moons. The seventh closest planet to the Sun is Uranus. It is mostly known for its strange rotation compared to other planets. Uranus is 63 times bigger than the Earth. A year on Uranus is 84 Earth years. Uranus is considered an icy giant because of its icy, rocky core. Uranus has a unique rotation. While most planets have a horizontal rotation to an acute angle like Earth, as you can see here, the tilt angle on Earth is 23 degrees, but it relatively rotates horizontally. Uranus, on the other hand, has a 98-degree tilt. This causes Uranus to rotate vertically. The last planet is Neptune. It is known for its deep blue color. Neptune is 53 times bigger than the Earth. A year on Neptune is equivalent to 165 Earth years. It is also considered an icy giant as it has a similar composition to Uranus. Neptune's atmosphere is made up of hydrogen, helium, and methane. Methane gives Neptune its deep blue color. Because Neptune is very dense, it has 14 moons over here. Pluto used to be considered a planet, but in August of 2006, it was classified as a dwarf planet because of its disk-like rotation in the Kuiper Belt. The Kuiper Belt is believed to have millions of icy small bodies made up of the leftover debris after the Big Bang and the formation of the other planets, as you can see here. There's an acronym to use to remember the solar system. My very excited mother just served us nachos. Each of the letters at the beginning of the word correlates with every planet. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Thanks for watching. Make sure to click the subscribe button for more content, and don't forget to visit the STEAMworks website for more information.